The Joker, by far, is the most famous villain in pop culture. If you don't agree, you can at least agree he's in the top 10 villains when it comes to movies, television, and comic books. Also, he's been betrayed just as many times as Batman has been betrayed. He even got a solo film solely dedicated to himself, thanks to director Todd Phillips and Joaquin as the deranged clown. The film was a crime drama about a struggling, mentally ill comedian who turned to the dark side after several events. The film was a huge success and was supposed to be a one-off, but there have been rumors of a sequel in the works. I have another proposal. Warner Brothers could make several other solo movies from Batman's rogue gallery instead of forcing a sequel. Number 1. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze appeared in the 1997 Batman and Robin, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold's portrayal was comical and not as severe as the revamped backstory the character was given thanks to Paul Dini from the Batman animated series in 1992. Victor Freeze is a scientist whose wife falls ill with rare cancer. To save his wife, he uses illegal funds from his job for an experiment that freezes his wife, preserving her until he found a cure to help her. Freeze then gets involved in an accident due to an altercation with his boss that leaves his body altered and lowering his body temperature. To live, he created a suit, a freeze gun, and turned to a life of crime while searching for a cure for his wife. That sounds like a dark sci-fi thriller, an anti-hero we can all have compassion for throughout a film. Number 2. Man-Bat. Man-Bat is a character that's never been in a live-action Batman film. In one comic storyline, Kirk Langstrom is a doctor who begins to go deaf. To cure himself, he and his wife created a serum using a vampire bat. The serum worked, but also changed Langstrom into a hideous Man-Bat. There's also a storyline where another DC character comes in contact with the Man-Bat serum and uses it to create an airborne virus in Gotham City, turning other people into bat creatures. The Man-Bat storyline sounds like a dark sci-fi horror film. Think of the body horde that could be similar to The Fly. Think of the multiple people turning into Man-Bat hybrids, similar to past zombie and vampire movies. A Man-Bat film is a great idea. Number 3. Scarecrow. Scarecrow is a villain that's been used in the Dark Knight films, directed by Christopher Nolan, and the Gotham and Titans TV series. But honestly, I feel like the character hasn't been used to its full potential. There are multiple storylines to pull from, but the main idea is Jonathan Crane is a doctor/professor who's an expert in the psychology of fear. He performs dreadful experiments on his patients and got fired from his job for accidentally wounding a student with a gun in his class. He then gets revenge on the other professors responsible for getting him fired by killing them and officially becoming a criminal. Scarecrow likes to scare people, which leads to harming and murder. The character has franchise potential, similar to the likes of Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy Krueger. Scarecrow would be another iconic horror villain to add to pop culture. Movie studios usually greenlight sequels whenever a movie makes a bunch of money. They do that because they want continued success from that IP at the box office, even if that one movie was a complete story. Joaquin won the Best Actor Oscar for the Joker film, and it made a lot of money. The success of the first Joker movie is why we might get a sequel. But Warner Brothers can do so many more creative things with their Batman villains. Hopefully, they wake up and realize the potential in those characters.